Alex, you want to tell us how bad Eddie's lawn service messed up?
Well, we're out at Jace's property at Canal Place in the Linmar Homes, and Jace made mention in his text that, let me back up. This fence was done by somebody else, and we came in to repair what was done wrong. So we were going to save the post for him because of budget restraints. He gave this guy $10,000, and the guy screwed it up. But he made mention in a text this morning. I was asking for confirmation last week as to this gate, and he says, "You're off by 17 inches. And I said, "That's impossible. We're straight in line with the existing fence." And then we just ran a line. Mind you, we were leaving the posts. I would have preferred to tear this stuff out and start over, but due to budget restraints, we worked within it. So if you look at this line, it's going off the front geostake. Come on down. Before this thing touches back to what it should be in line with, comes down. We've got a 1.5 feet here. We've got about 8-9 inches here. Getting closer. And about right here. But if you continue the string on, that means it should be over there in the back. I don't know what the original property markers were. And like I said, the post fencing, the guy used southern yellow pine. We came in and we left these rails. Some of them are interior 2x4 studs, some are cedar. They were smooth shank nails. We attached new pickets. We redid the rails with ring shank or deckmate screws to get this cheered up due to the budget restraints. And I feel for the young man, but this is improper, and we had no business checking it because of the budget restraints. We were, tasked with leaving the post and as much of the framing as possible. Realistically, like I said, these projects are a pain in the butt where you're taking over something that somebody did wrong. Now, if you come with me, I'll show you some other things. The young man said he was going to put 32 heads on 6 zones. It is impossible to put any more than 4 or 5 heads. These were impact spray orbit heads, which we don't prefer. They don't work real well. And you can't put more than 4 of those impact sweeper left to right heads on a zone. It's impossible. You just don't have enough pressure. I mean, no offense to Home Depot, but these are southern yellow pine pre-stained pickets. They don't work in the Colorado environment. They end up shrinking. This is a 5.5 by 6 foot tall. This guy cut down and put this on. You can see here it says stud. It's upside down obviously, but this is an interior 2x4 stud. Interior does not go outside. You don't do things like this to people's house with a framing gun and nail into stone. It's just improper. This is supposed to be gray breeze. It's a little bit of gray and black, but I'm not sure what it is. And I don't know what the guy had going on. This was the original Linmar's Homes fence. Their people built it, but these are interior 2x4 studs. Proper cedar pickets, proper galvanized nails, ring shank, but this is wrong. The gentleman also did this with a framing gun. Instead of setting a post close to the house and free float, so your house and your 2x4 cedar rail for your fence don't touch each other. They can move independent because the house will settle, the fence will expand and contract. But he nailed the siding. This is all hardy board siding. It's not cheap. This is improper. We want to keep Mother Nature outside. Up here, we have the fence wing. There's no post back here, but the gas lines here, we didn't want to get into that. Sprinkler systems here. but this is all nice and stable. These are set down in concrete, approximately 18 to 24 inches, because it's only a 5-foot tall fence and the dirt was iffy. Sometimes we only got 18 inches, but it's an open shadow box design. The wind will go through, it won't blow over. And people, when you see this on your property, the guy sold you cedar. This is a southern yellow pine tag from Home Depot. This is improper. It's not cedar. They're cheap, they're garbage, they're crap.
I agree.
The other thing that is hugely important is underground locate. You don't want to damage infrastructure. Electric, gas, fiber optic. He was over here at Eddie's Lawn Service, driving steel stakes, doing the bender board for what was going to tentatively be a sidewalk that the client didn't want. But there's no locate marks. The guy never located the property before he was doing stuff. He can get electrocuted, damage the property, hit a gas line, burn the house down. That's dangerous. 811 is free. Always call before you dig. This is huge. And it was pointed out to me this morning, and I said, we were working with existing structures, so we stayed in line. I don't know what to do about this. We'll talk with the client and figure it out, but this whole wing of fence, need to pull the plot plan, figure out where this exactly goes. The other one.
Yes. This is about the sketchy stairs?
The guy built the steps. This is accepted practice using a galvanized aluminum spike, or galvanized steel or aluminum, but this is what happens. This is the cheap way to do it, and it doesn't last. So what you do is you take TimberTech screws, 40 bucks a box, and you screw this together. They have a tensile strength of 2,600 pounds and up. They come in any length from 2 inches out to 10. This could have been done a lot differently. And we're not sure what the idea of the steps are, because there's no way to get down here to mow the grass with a lawnmower. You're gonna end up putting a shed, leaving the lawnmower down here. This is a pain in the butt. Should have been a little sidetrack for the lawnmower, in my opinion. Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you learned something today. We strive at DSC to do things right. Periodically, we take over a project that's gone horribly wrong, and we're working within the budget restraints, which is tough. And I understand getting money taken care of and having it taken from you by a crappy contractor. Do your research. We have a YouTube channel. We have 5-star rating on Google. We can show you proofs in the pudding of what we do. We've built 4 other fences in this neighborhood. We will continue to build the proper way. If there's an issue that comes up, we talk to the client and say, this is our issue. We might have to run a 10-foot span instead of 8 foot because of underground utilities. But we make sure going forward that the client is on board and understands what we did, why we did it, when we did it. Thank you. Have a great day.
Don't call Eddie's Lawn Service.